Kuhn's Market, now in the third generation of the Dentisi family. So before we cook up some delicious spring and happy and healthy recipes, we're going to remind all of you, if you call in with something that you love in the spring or really any time, we're talking recipes, you have an opportunity to win a $25 gift certificate from Kuhn's Market, but you got to call in with a recipe. So do it early and often so you don't miss out. Now's the time to call, 866-391-1020. And we're going to preview something that's going to be giant. And if you're looking right now at the Metropolitan Window video screen, kdkradio.com, click on KDK Watch. I hold in my very hands the 2-day of savings that's happening big game weekend, Saturday and Sunday of next week. So, Frank, let's not punt, but let's kick off the show by talking about this incredible 2-day sale that's happening big game weekend. Go ahead.
Yeah, we do these once a month, and this time we're going to be doing it for the big game, and, it's extra savings. So usually we run them on Wednesdays and Thursdays. It's going to be a Saturday and Sunday 2-day sale, so we can get your big game desserts, and you were talking about the chocolate fudge-filled thumbprint cookies. Mm-hmm. Absolutely delicious, and we got the boneless chicken wings will be $4.99 a pound. Those thumbprint cookies are an 18-count pack at $3.75 for 18, not a dozen, for 18 of them. And then we have Kraft barbecue sauce. It'll be five for $5. And baby back ribs, $2.88 a pound. And what's better with a nice football game than a nice fresh baked pizza?
Yeah,
and we have Essential Everyday pizza for when they're the 12-inch, the 14 to 16 ounce packs are $2.99 each. And to go with your tortilla chips, Essential Everyday queso. And there's three flavors of those, and absolutely delicious, $1.99 for a 15-ounce jar. And red potatoes, a 5-pound bag, $1.99. We got that and more that are going on. Keep a lookout for it. Especially one of my favorites, Turner's Tea.
Yeah, man.
The gallons are going to be $1.99. Again, this is February 8th and 9th, so just mark that on your calendar. You're going to be doing some shopping for the big game. You have people coming over. Those are the 2 days to stop at our stores and get some extra savings along with the savings that we always give you.
All right, now here's the deal. I've been huddling with the Brain Trust at Kuhn's Market. Frank, of course, but our CEO, Jody Zima, we've been talking about this egg story. Exactly what you need to know, and it's as frustrating to us as it is to you. So give me some exact ideas on what we should know about what's happening with the world of eggs, not just at Kuhn's Market, but around this great country. Frank.
Yeah, well, what's happening is, and what I wanted to find out from the source, where our eggs come from. We use Hillendale eggs, and those guys are immersed in the market. They are raising their eggs. They're not just selling eggs. They're not just a broker for eggs. They actually go to have the farms and own the farms. And they were telling what I talked to them, and they were saying, well, they had 2 big farms that shut down in California and Iowa, and so it takes 6 to 7 months for them to thoroughly clean those farms out to make sure the avian flu is completely out, no sanitized. They certify everything to make sure nothing else is there before they can reopen, and they have to be certified to even reopen. And they said it usually takes a while. You imagine cleaning out an entire farm. That's what they've had to do. So when you take eggs out of the market, yes, we have a really robust food system here. But when you take that out of the market, those eggs, those people in California, Iowa, the ones close to them, or the people that side of the country, they got to get eggs. And so they're pulling from other distributors, that weren't prepared for that. They didn't know those plants were going to shut down. So they start pulling from there. And what happens is the price goes up because it's supply and demand. If there's not enough eggs, the price goes up to try to slow down that demand so that they don't run out of eggs. It's all designed on that so it doesn't run out of eggs. But it's come to a point now where it's starting to be not enough eggs to keep going. So they start allotments to make sure that everybody can get eggs, just keep control. And that's why the price has gone to where it is, and the good news is to get hen laying eggs again, once the farms are reopened, doesn't take that long, So, you're talking a month and a half, once they have new hatchlings come out, and a month and a half, 2 months, they'll be back up, as long as the farms that did get closed are going to actually, be served. They have to all be sanitized and all that to make sure things are safe. It's one thing about this country, we do not let things slide. And once we find out something's wrong, they do it the right way and make sure that things are safe, and then learn from that experience in the future. We've done this with the pig farmers before, with the hog farms, where, remember, the swine flu. Well, they learned how to control that in the farms here in this country, and now you don't hear about that as much. And hopefully we learn a lot more about it this time in the eggs as well, because we never had it really spread through poultry like this. Now, it hasn't really affected chicken itself. The only thing that affected actual chickens was the bad weather. We had some delivery issues coming up from the south, which is now resolved, of course. It's getting a little better out there, so you won't see any delivery issues there.
All right, here's the thing that people need to understand. Because of who we are, we have great connections with some of the best names in the industry, and that's how we're able to pass these savings on to you. So I just want to remind you, Kuhn'sMarket.com. Look for it in that shopping cart when you do your shopping early this week. But make sure for this giant 2-day big game sale, Saturday and Sunday, the 8th and 9th, you get in early because this stuff's going to go quickly. I just want to add a couple of more items. Why? Because it'll kind of tie into what we're talking about today. First off, though, Schneider's of Hanover, family-sized pretzels, 16-ounce bags. Buy one, get one free. And we talked about the best dressed chicken, fresh whole chicken wings, $2.69 a pound. The best dressed chicken, fresh whole chicken wings, $2.69 a pound. But here's where it ties in to what we're talking about. Even though Punxsutawney Phil said you got 6 more weeks of winter, we're thinking spring, we're thinking healthy recipes. A giant vegetable tray, a green giant vegetable tray, 20-ounce package, only $5.99 during the 2-day sale. And you got to have that during the game for some good crunch time stuff. Now, let's talk veggies and how you can actually prepare a meal that is fulfilling and healthy and delicious, and it gives you that crunch factor when you're thinking springtime recipes. Frank, go ahead.
Well, even coming into spring, right now obviously we have all of our fresh produce, and if you have some extra things still from the garden that you packed up, it's a nice time to make a nice vegetable soup. You're thinking spring's coming up, you're thinking of those fresh vegetables, you're thinking of lighter things, but you're also, it's still sometimes cold, except for tomorrow. It's going to be warming up from what I heard. But you can make some nice vegetable soup with that. And just thinking of all the items that will be coming in, you'll start to see asparagus soon. You'll start to see those, the freshest, the nice tender, the peak of their seasons coming forward. Even in this week, I saw it right away. We have eggplant, 99 cents a pound. I was thinking eggplant Parmesan, but I'm still thinking of spring that's coming up, and, thinking of lighter meals. People do try to eat healthier in January and February, mostly because you had those comfort foods. Winter's coming, you still have those natural instincts of preparing for winter and fattening up before the cold. It's just built into your DNA. But coming back in the spring, spring's coming up and you want to eat lighter. You're going to feel like eating lighter once as it gets warmer through there. And we hope Punxsutawney's wrong this time. Maybe he's not correct. Maybe he thought there's going to be one day in there cold in that 6 weeks. So we got to prepare and start thinking about that grill getting broken out. Start thinking of those springtime meals and those nice spring, summer, and even summer salads coming up. Why focus on the winter all this time? We've had enough of that now. We've seen all that cold.
Even if we have to deal with it for 6 more weeks, you know what time of year it is. Everyone is having them. We used to do it at Kuhn's Market. Chili cook-off time. I love chili cook-offs.
I love chili. I love making chili. I love eating chili. And just anybody's chili you have is always completely different. It's something different. Even when I go out, if I'm having something at a restaurant, get a little cup of chili. See what theirs is like. I've had different ground chilies, chicken chilies, turkey chilies, venison chili. I've had someone in the office bring that in before.
Is that pretty good?
Actually, yeah. Yeah, it was pretty good. Venison can have a wild taste to it, kind of a stronger flavor to it, is what that really is. And in the chili, you really don't taste that, and because it's a ground up, you're not going to get any of the. It's definitely will be tender. Plus a chili, it's going to be tender no matter what. But I haven't had chili that's more like a stew where they use cube meat instead of using the ground meat, and boy, it was delicious that way too. It's just that spicier flavor. Now, I don't like mine too spicy because I like to taste my food. Like that you might taste that chili while you're eating it in that heat, but then you taste something else and you can't get past that pepper that's still in your mouth. So I like to have that still in the background there.
All right, so don't forget, it's that giant 2-day big game sale coming up Saturday and Sunday, February 8th and 9th, Kuhn'sMarket.com to get a sneak peek, some of the stuff we've been talking about today, and I'll see you in the grocery aisles at Kuhn's Market. Now, this is Ready, Set, Go. I want these phones to fill up quickly, early, and often, and I want every kind of spring type of recipe, from an omelet to a nice salad of some sort. And how about this? When it comes to a chef salad, the old school chef salad with the hard-boiled eggs and different deli treats on top and that Land O'Lakes American cheese, What are some of your favorite dressings to put on a chef salad? Still one of the all-time favorites for sure. So we'll take a break. We're going to take your calls on the other side. And again, how do you find the Kuhn's Market nearest you so you can be a part of the giant 2-day sale, big game sale this Saturday and Sunday, February 8th and 9th? Go to Kuhn'sMarket.com. Light them up. Your calls coming up next on KDKA with your Pratt Pack.